Sisters and brothers of our Lord Jesus Christ, where does our help come from? Our help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth, and from Jesus Christ, who is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Now, like Bethlehem all those many years ago, Grand Rapids is a place that has no room for people who are homeless. You know, the pandemic has caused an increase in homelessness. And so the encampments along Grand River and that have been in and behind abandoned buildings are overflowing. And until recently, people have been pitching donated tents in Hartside Park. Now, this is not ideal. Sleeping in a leaky tent in December, worried about your own safety, wondering whether your stuff will be safe while you make a mad dash to God's kitchen to get some food to eat. I find myself wondering if that's what Bethlehem was like for Mary and Joseph on those last weary mile as they came into Bethlehem. Had the road to Bethlehem become a makeshift camp for people who were made homeless by the census? As they limped those last few meters, where did they pass tents and cooking fires? And were their hopes of finding a room dashed? And when they finally saw that sign, "Welcome to Bethlehem, best bread in Judea," were they able to keep their own rising anxiety in check? And as the sun sank, were their spirits crushed when they heard the words, "We're sorry, we have no room for you"? Luke's story of this roomless family placing their newborn baby in a manger reveals the harshness of our world. There are some things that have not changed. Except there is this one thing. In the story, it is God who makes room in a manger for a baby wrapped in cloths and born to Mary. And we know that through the life and the ministry and the death and resurrection of this Jesus, God makes room in his kingdom for those who are roomless and wanderers. God makes room for those who are homeless and hurting. It is God in Jesus Christ who makes room for the sick and the suffering, the humble and the broken. This child in a manger bears witness to the God who makes room. And God continues to make room today. Now, if you followed the news, you know that Mel Trotter is making room for people by opening up a temporary shelter. But that's not all. I'm happy to report that our youth ministry, our outreach ministry, our facilities folks have agreed and teamed up to open up space in our vault so there is room for guests to find shelter. Our council has heard the proposal, they agree, and now there's some details that we have to work out, and we're working on that. But when we make room for women who are in the program at Mel Trotter to stay in our vault, then Mel Trotter has space so they can make room for women who've been living in tents in Hartside Park. I think this is good news, something to treasure, to ponder this Christmas. And so, friends, may the peace of Christ go with you wherever you may be. May he guide you in the wilderness and protect you in the storm. May he fill you with thanksgiving at the wonders he has shown you, and may he bring us all home rejoicing face to face again once more. Go in peace.